God made man, but Sam Colt made them equal. Handguns are the most popular firearm in America, and the go-to option for personal defense, or crime. While everyone loves their Glocks or SIGs, there's a better option. The Heckler & Koch Vp9, the Volkspistole 9, which translates to the people's pistol. Because like the ladies under the red lights of Amsterdam, she belongs to the streets. Let's go. The HK Vp9 is one of my all-time favorite striker-fired pistols. Are there better options out there? I doubt it. Let's go over what makes the Volkspistole the Überpistole, yeah? The polymer grip on the Vp9 is very ergonomic. It fits in your hand as smoothly as a freshly waxed beaver. And the tail on this beaver is exceptional. The beaver tail prevents potential slide bite and allows for a high purchase on your grip to help control muzzle flip. It also has a similar grip angle to the well-known and loved 1911 at about 17 to 18 degrees, as compared to the Glock's grip angle of 22 degrees, which suck, and I hate them. Sure, to make the Glock angle work, you just need to punch out with your thumbs instead of your knuckles, but I don't punch with my thumbs. What am I, handing a raper a strongly worded letter? Don't rape. Don't rape. No, I punch out with my knuckles like a man. Next up is the mag release. Most pistols utilize a button mag release. Glocks, 1911s, high-point yeet cannons, all button release. The Vp9 though offers something different. The Vp9 comes with a lever release and is also ambidextrous, which I have come to love. It allows me to release the magazine without having to contort my hand to reach a button on the side. This isn't as much of an issue for people with larger, inhuman gorilla hands, but I got these smaller, superior, more tactical hands. But if you love the button, the Vp9 does come with a button in the Vp9B version, and I'm pretty sure the B stands for bitch. But why do that? Why not be different? Why not be better? But okay, button releases are the norm, and can be very good, but they can have other issues. For example, it's not hard to accidentally hit that button release when gripping your gun. Freeze! Oh, hold please. Thank you. Now let's compare a typical reload between the Glock and the Vp9. First up is the Vp9 with its lever release. Now let's do the same thing on this Glock with the button release. Oops. Now I know what some of you might say. Isn't all that just a training issue? Didn't ask, don't care, moving on. Next up is the trigger. Now a lot of striker-fired pistols have a trigger that leaves a lot to be desired. For example, the Glock trigger is not admired. It's tolerated. For example, a lot of Glocks don't have a very clearly defined wall, and even after the wall, there can still be a lot of travel. Now as you can see here with this Glock, I squeeze the trigger to hit the wall. Now if I apply more pressure to the trigger, you can see it continuing to travel until eventually, not always consistent or reliable. Now the Vp9 has an excellent trigger for a striker-fired pistol. With a light take-up and a more clearly defined wall. I squeeze the trigger to hit the wall, and now if I apply more pressure, excellent. Now, one drawback of the Vp9 is its magazine capacity. The capacity on these older versions is only 15 rounds. That's 2 rounds less than the Glock 17 or 19X, which are pistols of similar size. But this has since been rectified since newer magazines are now capable of holding 17 rounds. Because if you shoot pistols like me, you're going to need as many rounds as possible to hit the target at least once. Another drawback in my eyes are the various indicators. The cocked hammer indicator on the back, I guess, can be useful, but most of the time it isn't. And on the side here is the loaded chamber indicator, which you probably need a microscope and some high precision calipers to even be able to tell the difference between when it's loaded or not. But I don't see these problems as a huge drawback anyway, because you could always do the classic press check to see if it's loaded and ready to go, and look super cool while doing it. Or if you want to find out if it's loaded, you can just do what I do. Yep, it's loaded. Now the slide on the Vp9 is gorgeous like an Instagram model, except it's also functional. It has your typical front and rear cuts for an easy grip when manipulating the slide, but it also has these back straps as well, while also maintaining a low profile. And on top of the slide is your typical 3-dot sight system. And on older models like mine, that's where the story would end. But the newer versions of this pistol are optics ready, so you don't have to spend extra money to get slide cuts. Now, not to be left behind in the FUD ages, I had my slide cut so I can fit it with this RMR, so I could shoot it how God intended. I also had it coated in this urban camouflage, so I could blend in better in these urban environments. In terms of accuracy, the Vp9 sports a 4.1-inch barrel, which is similar to other mid-size handguns. And barrels in this length are decently accurate. Now, while the Vp9 and the Glock may have similar accuracies due to their similar barrel lengths, something about the Vp9 just makes me more accurate. But let's put it to the test. Alright, I just set the steel target out at 100 yards. Let's see how many shots it takes to hit it with this P80 Glock. Three shots. Not bad. Now let's see how many shots I take to hit it with this Vp9. First try. Lastly, we have the overall size and its capability as a carry gun. Now, when most people think carry guns, they usually think something smaller, such as this, the P365 XL. It's a great little handgun, but that's the thing, it's little, which is why my wife carries it and not me. But carrying this, it's about the same size as a Glock 19, which is another popular carry handgun. So sure, it's a little bigger and can be a little trickier to carry at times, but with enough determination, you can carry whatever you want. See, I bet you didn't even notice me conceal carrying this shotgun. If I can conceal carry this, you can quit your bitching and conceal carry the Vp9. Now let's compare the effectiveness in the smaller, less capacity-having P365 XL and the more expertly sized, more bullet-having Vp9. You're walking down the street and are suddenly confronted by a dangerous individual.
Hello, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about proper diet and exercise?
No!
How about you just take this pamphlet?
Now let's try that same scenario again, but with the Vp9.
Hello, sir. I'm from the government, and I'm here too.
Well, I guess the video's over. Did you enjoy it? Get up. No way. The Vp9's nice, huh? Excellent specimen of German engineering. Out of all the pistols I own, it's my personal favorite.
Thanks for watching.
You're welcome.